Hello and welcome back to lesson 1.5. We are still looking at adding integers, however we are looking at the part 2 video today. Example 6 says, the earthquake monitor in Hockley, Texas is located in a salt mine at an elevation of a negative 416 meters. The elevation of the monitor in Albuquerque, New Mexico is 2,156 meters higher than the one in Hockley. Find the elevation of the monitor in Albuquerque. So what we're going to do for this problem is we're going to take the information that was given. So we know that we're starting out in a salt mine, and that's a negative 416 meters. Now it's negative, just so you know, because we consider sea level to be 0. So when I see that I have a negative 416, that means this is 416 meters below sea level, as opposed to the Albuquerque, New Mexico point. This is a positive number, so this tells me that it's 2,156 meters above or higher than sea level. So if I write down what I know, we see that we're starting out at a negative 416 meters. Please keep your units with your numbers, and we are going to add that to the 2,156 meters. And then what we're going to do is we're going to solve. So in my head, what I notice real quick is that I have two numbers, 416 and 2,156. Now the 2,156 is a positive number and it's bigger than 416. So the reason I look at that is because I know that my final answer is actually going to have a positive sign to it. So because they do have two different signs, I'm really going to take 2,156, if you remember. So 2,156, and I will be subtracting 416, and this is all because the signs are different. Once I do that, I see this gives me 1740, and because the 2,156 is the bigger number of the two and it has a positive sign, I know that my answer will be a positive 1,740 meters. Likewise, with example 7, it says a football team gained 4 yards, lost 2 yards, gained 11 yards, lost 8 yards, then lost 9 yards. So what we need to do is we need to find the net gain or loss. So I'm just going to start out by setting this up as an addition problem. So we have a 4-yard gain, which is going to be positive. So I have a positive 4 yards, plus we lost 2 yards here. Then we gained another 11, so I have plus 11 yards. We lost another 8, so this is plus a negative 8 yards. And then we lost another 9 yards. So I'm going to add another negative 9 to this. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to sum this up and see if it was an actual positive or net gain, or if it was a loss. And really you can add or subtract these in any way that you would like, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because order of operations doesn't matter if I do addition or subtraction first, I am going to go ahead and add my positive numbers first. So I have 4 yards and 11 yards. So 4 yards plus 11 is going to give me 15 yards. And I'm going to add that to a negative, and we'll highlight this in yellow. So I have a negative 2 plus a negative 8 plus a negative 9. Well, negative 2 plus a negative 8 is a negative 10, plus a negative 9 gives me plus a negative 19 yards. So now I have 15 yards plus a negative 19 yards. Again, I have two different signs. I have a positive number and a negative number. Now the 19 is the bigger number of the two, and that does have a negative. So I know that my final answer is going to have a negative or a loss. And then I'm going to take my 19 and subtract 15 from it, and I see that I get a difference of 4, So we are going to have a 4-yard loss in this game. And our last example for lesson 1.5, you can try to do this on your own and then we'll go over it together if you want to just hit pause. But this example says Maria had $123. She spent $35, loaned $20 to a friend, and received $90 for her paycheck. How much does she have now? So let's start out with what we know. She had $123, so this is what she's starting with. She spent $35, so here we're adding a negative $35. She loaned $20 to a friend, and a loan means that you're going to give $20 away temporarily. Hopefully your friend does pay you back. So we're going to give $20 away. And she received $90 in her paycheck. Well, typically when you get a paycheck, that's usually in the positive if you've done good work. So we're going to add $90 to that. And you don't have to do the parentheses around it. So again, just like the previous problem, I'm going to add up my positive numbers, which in this case is 123 and 90. So 123 plus 90 is going to give me a positive 213. And then I'm going to add up my two negative numbers, which is a negative negative 35 and a negative 20. So this is going to give me a negative $55. And again, I'm just going through the thought process here. 213 is bigger than 55 because the signs are different. I look at this, and because the 213 is the bigger number, I see that the sign is positive. So thankfully, at the end of the day, Maria is going to have more money than what she actually lent out, which is a good thing. So I have 213. And I'm going to subtract 55. So if I subtract 55, we end up with $158. And again, this is a positive 158. So Maria's bank account is looking pretty good. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in class. Thanks, and have a great day.